Hello my dear YouTuber friends, and I hope you're all keeping well. Welcome to this new video. Now there's been a major update for the EFB. I think this was a server-wide patch, or server-side patch rather than a sim update. Let's open the EFB. I'm flying around, centre back on aircraft, the Manchester area. There you go, I've just taken off from Manchester. Look! You can now see a lot more information around your aircraft as you scroll across the country. Wherever you are, you're seeing all the different airports and other information, even Airspaces, I'll get onto that in just a moment, and VORs and NDBs and TACANs and goodness knows what. No matter where you scroll across, this is brilliant. Now, just to bracket what I'm saying here, this wasn't ever like this for me. Let me know in the comments. Previously, I was just seeing, if I centre around my aircraft, all I could see is basically my departure airport and a couple of nearby airports. I couldn't see all this information before. Was that the same for you? Let me know in the comments. I'm on the released version of Flight Sim 2024. I'm not in the beta doing this. I left the beta, so I'm on the released Sim Update 2 version. And yeah, this just came in. I was preparing to do a different video, and I noticed all this on the EFB. I thought, have they done a patch on this? This has changed. Bit of a caveat. Before I get to that point, people, you're probably best go into settings like this. Make your tablet large and horizontal if you've not already. Let's go back to Flight Planner. If you zoom out, depending where you are over the world, you're going to get much less information. Now I can't see any information around Manchester. Oh, I can see Manchester Airport and another airport here, but that's it. You have to zoom in some way before you see all this information. Now, if this is not showing for you, it should be, but if it's not, go to this icon, Map Settings, and go to Navigation. And we're going to explore this in a bit more in a moment. Just make sure you've got airports turned on. These top, Airspaces, it doesn't matter, that's probably turned off by default, but you can turn that on. There's a couple more I want to show you there. But there you go, airports, VOR, make sure these top 4 are turned on at least. Click on that icon to get rid of that. Not only is it showing you airports, it's showing you things like VORs. There you go, that's Manchester VOR. Go to more info. It will give you the type it is, VOR, DME, and the frequency. I'm going to test that in just a moment. If we scroll down, I'm going to scroll out, come across the south of the UK. Over London, there's a lot more stuff going on around this part of the country. There's an NDB. Is that Burnham? Yeah, it is Burnham. Go to more info. It will give you the type, NDB, and the frequency. If you don't know what VORs and NDBs are, I'll link my Back to Basics playlist down below. Go and peruse that playlist and go and peruse for videos, or look for videos rather, for NDB and VOR navigation. I've done a few of them in that Back to Basics series. Isn't that absolutely fantastic? Now, over London, that seems a bit cluttered, doesn't it? Too many airports. I can't see the VORs and NDBs and TACANs. I just want those information up. Well, go to this icon again, Map Settings. Make sure you've got navigation open. I can click off airports, leaving the rest on. Let's just turn off Airspaces. I'll come back to Airspaces in a moment. So I've just got VORs, NDB and waypoints on. And that's all it's going to show me. Recenter over my aircraft. I've got Manchester showing there. I've got NDBs around here I can fly to. And I've got TNT there. Let's just tune into Manchester, because we're flying away from it. Go to more info. NDB, VOR. Go to frequency. 113.55. I'm just going to tune that in on my radio panel. You can't see this in the background, but I'm just tuning it in. I'll jump into my cockpit while I'm doing that. I'm going to make it active. Just click off that for a moment. 113.50 should be, yeah, decimal 55, it's in. Click on VLOC. Oh, I need to go this direction, which seems right. I'll just turn my heading to this direction. I'll bring up the EFB once again. Click off that so I can see my aircraft. I should be turning back around to that VOR. Let's just see what happens. Yeah, so I'm turning this way. I should hopefully be lining back up. Now, I'm a bit rusty with VOR flying in the 182. There's a couple of other things I need to do there, I believe. But I think this should, yeah. You can see my aircraft now heading and turning towards that general direction. I'll wait for the course deviation line to move in. Then centre that up, and I should be flying straight towards. I need to come more to the right. That should be fine. I should be coming more towards that VOR. If I leave it there, I should be lined up for it. I'll let that continue. Isn't that brilliant? So I can go there, then I can find the next VOR to go whichever direction. There's another one there, TNT. Click on that, show more info. I can do this now straight from the EFB. Tune into that frequency later, and then carry on. Go switch to NDB if I want to. Are there any more VORs? The only caveat is, if you scroll out too much, they disappear. So you've got to be scrolled in a certain amount. There's another one down there. Let's just recenter on my aircraft. Yeah, I'm flying towards that near enough now. That course deviation line will move in soon, no doubt. Might have to come a bit more to the... I can see from my heading on my multi-panel that I would have to come more right to line up with that. Anyway, you get the idea, people. Let's just keep it in a 90-degree rotation there. That is pretty... Okay, so that's one aspect of it. I showed you before, Airspaces. Those are now in. This is brilliant. So click on Airspaces. You've even got Airspaces in. This will be mightily interesting. How far out can I go? I can go a bit further out for Airspaces. I can go to that range for Airspaces. Mightily interesting over the US. They've got some quite complex and fun airspaces that side. Again, straight from the EFB. Oh, another thing I want to show you here. This one's fun. I've got a multiplayer server on in the background. Click on this. There's a few more icons. I can turn airports back on now. It doesn't matter. Obstacles doesn't work. Terrain highlight and friends only. But traffic works. Click on that. Click on that. I should be able to see some traffic. Let it update around. But it worked for me before. I'm hoping this is going to work again now. Just make sure I've got traffic turned on. I do. Might take a while for this to update. It's almost there, people, isn't it? Really is now with this update. Come on, don't let me down this time. I had traffic turned on before and it was showing. So I'm going to help. If I zoom out a little bit, can I see any... there's traffic. There's one aircraft. Trouble is, if I click on that, it gives the kind of... and go to more info. It doesn't give the player name at the moment. And I don't know if that's a player or AI. I'm not sure I've got AI turned on, in fact. But it'll just give a sort of different identifier rather than a player name. There's got to be more people. So it's showing one aircraft. Before, I got a heap of aircraft showing. So I'm just zooming over. I'm just wondering how far that traffic will display. There's one aircraft there. I think he just turned round. Not sure if that's the same person. He's doing something there. He could be in a Cessna or something. I don't know. It doesn't really give the aircraft type whilst we got him up. yeah, it doesn't really give the aircraft type or the proper identifier for it. And it's a shame I'm not seeing more. Give this a try, people. Let me know. Before, like I said, I turned traffic on and off. I started with traffic on. I was seeing a lot more. So traffic on with those options. Make sure you're in at least a live server. Multiplayer server. And it was showing a lot more aircraft. Now it's only showing the one. That's a shame. But yeah, it does work. I showed that before. That might need a bit more finessing. And especially if you want to see player names and goodness knows what. Yeah, I'm only seeing one person there. There's going to be a lot more people flying around. Oh well, it's almost there. But the rest of it, that fact that you can now go VOR to VOR or NDB to NDB navigation using the EFB is brilliant. Let me know your thoughts on this, people. Now, it might have been in the beta already for some time. I don't know, I left the beta, so this might have already been in. Let me know in the comments. I only was in the beta just to do a bit of testing in it. That's Sim Update 3 beta. Might have to go back to that at some point, of course, just to keep an eye on it to see what's coming. But certainly, I do feel this is a server-side patch, recent server-side patch, for the release version. I'm on PC, I don't know if it works on Xbox. Please let me know in the comments. This is fantastic. Let me know your thoughts on that, people. Let me just click off that. Give this video a like if you've enjoyed it. Subscribe for more. And I'll see you soon.